No?
No.
You have to pick another one? Or the next one?
You talking about my NBA career?
Oh yeah, 27 in the final, being a super factor. How do you feel right now? What's your feelings this morning?
I feel good. You know, I feel good. I'm recovering pretty well. You know, and just getting ready for the game tonight.
Which one would you pick as a key? Forcing them to 19 turnovers, 45 from you, you guys from the bench, the intensity level of defense in the second quarter. Which one would you pick from the game with the guys yesterday?
You know, if I had to pick something, I would say the aggressiveness. You know, we were aggressive and we were persistent on the defense side of the ball, the offensive side of the ball, and we were able to, you know, to win the game.
My last one quick, between Shea and Jalen Williams, 10 turnovers. I mean, they handle the ball all the time, but that's too much. That's a great defensive plan.
For sure. I think, you know, whatever we can do to win the game, whether it's, you know, grabbing extra rebounds or to making them turn the ball over, you know, that's the main key for the game.
Ben, when the players in the starting role, they know the time of the tip, they know when it's time to go. When you're sitting there waiting, how do you come in there and flip that switch? Like, you don't seem to come in tentative or shy and you get right to it. What is it about you that makes it look so easy when it's time to go? You just go out and go.
It's just a mindset. I just get in the game, knowing what I have to do, you know, and whatever it is, whether it's a dive on the floor or make shots, you know, I'm willing to do for my team to win.
Is it strange to think you really had a big role in turning that game around yesterday? You came in, the place was hyped. Could you feel that energy from the fans as soon as you went out there?
For sure. I think the fans, they play a big part of us winning the games, especially at home. So, you know, very, very grateful for the crowd, and, you know, I'm looking forward for the same thing tomorrow.
Benny, what allowed you to move the ball better offensively as a team? What contributed to the increase in team defense as well? That we've seen the best performance of this series for sure.
I would say just you know, sitting on the loss for you know, a couple of days, just being able to watch a lot of film and, you know, pay attention to details. That was the main key for us, and I think we've done a pretty good job of, you know, being locked in on the right things, you know, so that's the biggest thing for us.
Bennedict, you guys had a great game overall, but if you guys watch film already, where are some areas that maybe you can still improve defensively or offensively?
It's a lot of areas of growth. I think that we can improve, you know, for tomorrow's game. You know, all I could really say is watch film. You know, we watch a lot of film and be ready for next game.
Anything you noticed on their side that worked well on your guys' side defensively maybe?
Not really. Main focus is our team.
Ben, you've talked a lot about how hard last year was for you having to watch all these playoff games and not be a part of it. How does it feel to have a game like you had last night, where you not only are a part of it, but having, you know, the game of your life on the final stage?
It's good. You know, I'm looking forward to play as hard as, you know, I did last night for tomorrow's game, and you know, it was great. You know, because all of this would have meant nothing if we lost the game. So the main thing is just to win the game, and I was able to have my team do that.
Have you been able to zoom out today at all and think about the moment you just had within the context of focusing on the rest of the series you guys have?
Yeah, you could say that. I have plans. You got to wrap it up soon. I'm trying to bake. You know, I'm trying to do a little cookies tonight. So, you know, I'm trying to get away from it. I don't know yet. I'm still baking it.
I'm sorry if this already been asked, but your thoughts on these big plays for us, the fans last night. How huge were they for you guys getting this game?
Huge. It's great to see Gamebridge, you know, full of yellow shirts, and you know, the fans just being really, really excited. You know, I think you could feel the energy going to the building, and you know, as soon as I checked in the game, I felt it right away.
One thing we know what we see from the fans, but it's crazy to see what the city is like, how they decorated everything, even putting up their names on the streets. And also, I don't know if you saw pictures like how the people were celebrating after the game. What does that mean to you that the city put so much into it to showcase you that you guys are here?
It's great. I love seeing our fans happy. if I could, do it again for the fans to be happy, then I'm willing to do it.
And also to see what the city invests to showcase you as a team.
For sure. I mean, we need the fans. We need the fans to come out there and support. That's the most important thing. And, our job is to go out there and play as hard as we can to win the game.
Mathurin, you're the 6th player in NBA Finals history to score 25 points, age 22 or younger. When you hear that, what comes to mind? What's your thoughts?
It's great. It's great, but I'm not going to the game thinking, what record could I break today. I just play as hard as I can, and, put my faith in God that He's going to keep me healthy, and the rest I'm going to take care of it.
Ben, after game 1, Bill Simmons made a quote where he said, "When will you have a game where it's like he scored 27 points in 22 minutes?" And that ended up being exactly what you scored last night. So did you talk to Bill at all before the
No.
game? And how do you feel about somebody being able to just kind of call your shots like that? That's scary.
That's crazy. That's crazy. The only thing I can tell him to do is to say it again.
What are you baking tonight?
I don't know, man. I don't know yet, man. I don't know.
Do the same thing you did before last game.
Yeah, same routine.
And there's a situation right now where you're so close to winning the NBA championship. What's the mindset now that you're south of the 2 days? You take a 3-1 lead and come back tomorrow night.
It'll be great for our team. Just like I said, as much as we want to enjoy those moments, we're fortunate enough to play tomorrow, so we don't sit too long on winning this game. And we have to come with the same aggressiveness for tomorrow's game, and I think the rest will take care of itself.
Does it add to the enjoyment? You guys know much of an underdog have been considered in the series. Is that something that you're still talking about internally now with the league? We have been talking about Coach Carlisle when he did the Mavs, maybe one of the best upsets in league history. He's probably on the short list. Like, how much is that a discussion for you guys?
It's a great question. I think the main thing is we know what we can accomplish, what we can. We can't skip steps. We have to be prepared for tomorrow's game, and I think that doing that is going to be a great step in the right direction.